Ya viene. ¡Oh, Dios! Ojo esa derecha si entra. Otra vez la misma estrategia.
In the wild world of fighting, we've seen everything from retired legends risking it against fresh young boxers to the world's strongest men taking on average twins.
Trying to fight, picking one guy, slams him down, and
How about one man versus two women, or a heavyweight giant battling a featherweight half his size? Oh, and don't forget intergender showdowns, 3-on-1 chaos, and celebrity cash grabs. Buckle up for the most bizarre, insane matchups you'll ever see. And trust me, they're as wild as they sound. Let's start with Mechi Perversu stepping into the chaos against not one, but two opponents, Roxana Tutu and Betty Sore, both of whom tried to corner the big man from every angle. But Perversu was having none of it as he spun the girls around like a Beyblade with nasty punches. The courageous duo kept charging, but Perversu easily shrugged them off, like a giant fending off leprechauns in a clumsy Disney spin-off.
Dă drumul la brațe, nici el nu mai știe unde lovește. Se ridică imediat, cred că trebuie să pună forță mai mare în lovituri.
Mechi's punches ultimately proved too powerful for the brave women, leading to a KO loss.
Învinge Perversu în acest meci.
Strongman Eddie Hall also battled a couple of leprechauns called the Nafati brothers in a good old pro wrestling handicap match. Mostly just the brothers scurrying around like kittens.
then when he goes, oh! Big shot that's missed. His attacks at the same time, but it's not always easy. The ref is having to run now, and Eddie doing whatever he can.
But the moment they got a little too close, Hall scooped one up like a sack of potatoes and slammed him down so hard, it felt like his spine filed for early retirement.
Trying to fight, picking one guy up, slams him down, and the right hand land.
The twin rose to retaliate, but only ended up getting his jaw crushed like a can under a bulldozer.
Bam! Right hand sends him to dreamland.
If a giant like him can crush two people at once, imagine what he could do in a one-on-one fight. Andrei Efimov found out the hard way against Russian strongman Denis Vildanov in 2019. The fight was one-sided from the start, with Vildanov bear-hugging Efimov and taking him for a ride multiple times. But the real spine-chilling moment came when Vildanov unleashed a vicious bear hug and slam that sent Efimov straight into dreamland. When Efimov finally woke up, he was still dazed as if he had just risen from the deepest part of a nightmare. Next is the show between Darina Masidiu and the 540-pound YouTuber Grigory Chistyakov, who was already gasping for air just from walking to the ring. Some say it wasn't the first time he'd been that close to a woman, and he made the most of it by clinging onto her like a lost child.
Дарина пытается не подпустить этого амбала к себе.
Делает все абсолютно правильно, но зажимает Гриша ее у сетки.
Ой-ой-ой.
But Darina's fists soon drained Grigory's already pathetic gas tank, and before long, he was flattened with ground and pound.
Останавливать, потому что огромные плечи. Стучит сам Гриша. Остановка.
After the crowd dispersed, some kind volunteers gently rolled the big dude back into the sea. The mighty sea lion roared back onto the MMA scene 2 years later, but this time he was brought back up against MMA fighter Daniel Elbaev in a 2-on-1 showdown. As soon as the fight started, Elbaev zeroed in on the bright yellow-haired guy.
Так, Даниэл из Нальчика.
Grigory tried to play the hero, but all he got for his trouble were a few punches to the face that sent him spinning. The whole farce was over in less than 2 minutes. Think 2-on-1 is bad? Try a 3-on-1 handicap match, where Eduardo Riego took on a trio of Manuel, Ivan, and Tomas, who swarmed him like angry bees in the first round. In round 2, Riego flipped the script and choked out one guy with a guillotine.
Bueno, ya estamos. Ya está. Ya está. Tiene una guillotina.
With one opponent booted from the cage, the odds improved slightly, but even 2-on-1 seemed unfair.
Creo que ha sido Manuel. Dios.
In round 3, Riego turned into an MMA Terminator, choking out one guy with a mounted guillotine. Before wrapping up to the last with a rear naked choke. Like the men you just saw, Gabi Garcia is a straight-up powerhouse who's made a career out of bullying her tiny foes with nothing but her size and brute strength. And Yamika Hata was able to get the full experience. Hata kicked things off with some pro wrestling flair.
He's got better. Oh, the pro wrestling!
But Garcia quickly caught her like a cat swatting a mouse with its tail. Moments later, a knee strike from the Brazilian slammed into Hata's soul.
Garcia with a thunderous knee.
Hata was like a wounded deer at this point.
This game, she took some knees and another knee there. Punches there.
And the hungry lioness pounced on her with brutal punches that clawed into the defenseless prey and ripped through her resistance. Next on our list is the 2018 exhibition boxing match between Tenshin Nasukawa and Floyd Mayweather, which was so one-sided that it left everyone smelling something fishy. Mayweather toyed with the otherwise feisty Nasukawa, laughing, dancing, and cracking him early on. The Japanese fighter stumbled like a leaf caught in a gust of wind after the second knockdown. And the third one sealed the deal for Mayweather in pure style. Mixed fights are the new craze, and so are old legends stepping back into the spotlight to face younger fighters. But most end up embarrassing themselves, just like Evander Holyfield did against the freshly retired Vitor Belfort in 2021. From the opening bell, Belfort unloaded a storm of punches, sending Holyfield stumbling out of the ring like a grandpa who missed a step on the porch. When the legend climbed back in, he looked more lost than a tourist without a map. Holyfield stood up for round 3 of this circus act, but Belfort was already in full predator mode.
Vitor knows that he needs this.
Yeah, you could see that right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, you could see it. He was not the same fighter.
The referee had no choice but to step in and stop what had become less of a fight and more of a demolition job. Holyfield's rival Mike Tyson also tried to test his aging skills against Jake Paul, and that ended terribly. Tyson came out swinging in classic Iron Mike fashion, but the gas tank was running on fumes by the end of the first round.
Testing the beard of Paul.
Both are trading punches now.
From there, Paul took over, dictating the exchanges with ease.
I like the fact that keep messing with that mouthpiece.
Oh, left hook! Triple left hook! Boy, warning Paul not to measure. And then he hit him with a right and left. Tyson coming.
After 8 lackluster rounds, the YouTube star walked away with a comfortable decision victory. So, these were the most bizarre fights that should never have happened. Which fight was the worst? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.